Alright guys, this is the week of reckoning. It's not going to be perfect, but I don't need it to be perfect.
Baby, you give me
We're Diane and Sam. Over the last 4 years, we have been homesteading in the beautiful south coast of New South Wales. The last 2 years, though, we have focused on building the home for our homestead. And, if you didn't realise, we actually built it into a bus. We are now finally at the finish line, but after a trip to the mechanic for a pre-roadworthy check, we got slapped with a list and an unexpected task before we could finally get the bus properly on the road. Just got our bus back from the mechanic, and it turns out the only way we're going to get this bus roadworthy is instead of putting all the money into the engine and all of the parts in the bus, we just need to finish the front. So that's easy. This is an area that we've been putting off because we didn't think it was a priority, but it turns out it is. We're going to turn the front into something a bit more aesthetic and clean and finished off, and then we're going to have like a little man cave computer area to the side.
This is going to be the music room, recording studio, man cave. What else? Like driving area, I guess. Oh, also this is going to be the signature area. Like we've started down here, but that's not enough space. We've had like 5 people sign it and we're already at 40% capacity. So we're going to need a lot more space in the bus for people to sign. Alright guys, this is the week of reckoning. We have a single week, 1 week to get everything done for the roadworthy so we can go in and get this bus sorted so we can finally hit the road. We've just booked in the date that we're going to have the tyres that need changing over to be changed over, and a couple of things that to do with the air system that I'm not even going to bother tackling. We need that done for the roadworthy. So that's going to be done, and in the meantime we need to do everything else on the list. You cut my hair off as well.
Oh god, you want like a whole makeover?
Like take some length off, like get the ends off it.
Not bad!
We're in a rush this week, we've got a lot to get done, so the first job is to have a haircut. I'm sick of it. Too long hair. Alright. Let's get to work.
Oh, looks great! Hair clinic open for business? First sunny day we've had for a while. Delivery!
Going to flip my fucking shit.
So the challenge with this bus from the beginning has always been that nothing is straight, nothing is right angled, it's all curved, and that makes it super difficult to do just about anything. Right, baby?
Yeah, really difficult.
Wow, that looks good. Now that is not straight. Wow.
Wish me luck. I'm confident.
Are you?
Are you confident in me?
I don't think you're confident.
I'm not confident at all. I've already messed this up once.
Aww.
But you know what? It's going in anyway, and we're fixing the problem after. Because we don't need it to be perfect to get roadworthy and hit the road. And that is my
to be in.
That's my motto for this this section of the build.
This engine line.
Yeah.
I think we forgot just how tedious this job is. There's a lot of like recutting that you have to do until you can get it in the right spot. Pretty annoying.
All right, we've been cracking on with this, and it is doing my head in. It's the front cabin ceiling section. and down the sides as well, but we've got a lot of cabling that's going up in there, and the bus just narrows off. It's not flat. I don't have studs in either. I don't have any timber for studs, and I wasn't planning on doing it because it was going to start encroaching on areas where I wanted space. So I made the decision to just go insulation and then 4mm ply straight into steel, but it's been a nightmare. But the good thing is that I'm creating a mezzanine, so a lot of it is going to be hidden, and we're going to be able to do a lot of things to get it out of the way so it's not so abrasive to the eye. And let's be honest, if you just glance at it for a second, it looks great. But if you stop and stand and look at it for a minute, then you can tell I've been struggling.
Just don't look at our bus too long. We didn't give you permission to do that. You can definitely tell it's been a big day on the work site and that we've been working on a big project, or when the house looks like this. Yeah, I think it's time to clean up. Day 2, baby, my turn to tag in. Progress. Ah, get inside. In. In.
If I have to do a bunch of work, then I guess I will build myself a computer, which has just arrived in Ballarat, so we'll go pick that up. Then we can go to Bunnings, because I need some more timber for this mezzanine, because I need a place to be able to put the computer so that it looks awesome and completes the front area, which is a requirement for the roadworthy, which is totally why we're doing this.
Not because Sam wants a new computer.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye, dogs. Be good.
Got everything we need to finish this build. Computer, new computer. If you can't tell, I'm very excited for that. And then a bunch of random things that we have to get done for the roadworthy. And also because when you go to Bunnings, you can't walk out without spending $100 to $200. Of course, every time we go there. The rest of that can stay.
So while Sam unloads all the things that we got from Bunnings, I'm going to whip up some lunch. The other day we made a Cheats Pancakes Parlour potato and cheese pancake, which was delicious, but today I'm going to mix it up with a few other ingredients that I have in the fridge and whip up like a pulled pork Korean style pancake. We'll see how it goes. Green sauce, cucumber. I'd do pickles or jalapenos if I had them, but I don't. Spring onion.
It's not going to be perfect, but I don't need it to be perfect.
By this point you can tell we are pretty well over building this bus. We've been grateful for the journey and what it has unlocked for us, but we're ready to rest and enjoy the space instead of building it day in, day out. I just don't think we're cut out to be builders.
Just chilling. Huh? I see you guys, you're besties.
Now Sam might be excited for the computer area and where he can store his guitars in the little nook, but what I'm excited for is this spot up here, which is where the cat's gonna go. We're gonna have her bed and a climbing post up there where her food can go as well, so the dogs aren't eating it. Just a space to get away from the hassle of the bus and to have a cozy bed that is not by our feet.
She'll still come to our feet, no doubt. That's where she'll rest during the day while she oversees her domain. And then at night she'll come and sleep on my side of the bed, like always.
I think we've said it before, we love our cat. Now that we've got the mezzanine all done, or for the most part done, we can finally stick down that ply from this morning. Ooh, me too.
It's like...
I spent the evening painting all the ply black while Sam set up his new computer.
So, I've been excited about this all day, it's been motivating me. I am building a new computer. If you notice, this is my old computer. Look how large it is, it's ridiculous. We're in a tiny home, it needs to be smaller. So I'm upgrading down. It's gonna fit, I swear. Wow, look at the difference. It's tiny. Yeah, so cool. That's gonna look so good. It's like an aquarium, but for computers. Pilfering my old computer. So, because we love doing things secondhand, essentially what I've done for a long time is every 2 years I'll upgrade like one half of the computer. So right now I'm doing like the case, the motherboard, the CPU, and like the RAM, which is all the thinking parts. And then like in 2 years time I'll upgrade the muscle, the graphics card, because this is a big money spender. So this is my old PC, this is my old graphics card. I'm pilfering it, I'm also pilfering like the power supply, things I didn't need to buy again because they just work perfectly fine. And then I'll end up with a bunch of spare parts I'll be able to hand on to someone who doesn't want to spend money on a computer, who's happy to deal with a slow machine.
By turning it on its face. Perfect.
Look at that.
Easy.
Ah, that's not gonna work.
Why?
Because look, the cables aren't gonna plug in.
Oh. It's day 3 and Sam has gone to the osteo just to get a massage and his back aligned. I'm staying back and I'm determined to get the ply finished, but that does mean that I'm having to do some pretty hectic geometry and measuring today, so I'm taking my time doing it right and hopefully he'll be proud when he gets back. For it to be... I did do this ahead of time, but we ended up using the other side of the ply. Alright, so at this point we have fully covered the front area and completed it. So I'm marking that off. And today we are going to rally and hopefully get the rest of it done. We're going to start with the flooring, then we're going to secure all the things up the top. and then finish it off with some edging and some more black paint. I'm so excited to get this finished. So this mat behind me is what we're going to use for the flooring in our bus. It's a recycled rubber mat made from tires, so as far as sustainability goes, it's probably one of the better options because it isn't brand new. But yeah, it's going to be super grippy for the front area, it's going to be easy to clean, and it's going to make everything look nice and neat. Now comes the hard part. That was all easy so far.
I actually think this is the easy part.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
It's not going to be the pretty part, that's for sure. But it's the footwell of the driver's seat, so it doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to work.
But so far, good. Wow. Black, 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 black.
Alright, so this is our makeshift steering shaft boot. We'll see how it goes.
It's gonna be hard to see, but we ended up using the soft side of the Velcro on all the edges to blacken things out. And as far as back here goes, we're going to use a bit of wood that I cut out and Sam's just neatening up, as well as some carpet fabric around all the sides to be able to slot it in and Velcro it to the sides, but be able to also remove that when we need to access the lights, because it needs to be covered and stable and secure, but also accessible. So that's kind of been the solution we've found. Look, it's not pretty, but it neatens things up from far away. The front area is just about done. There's just a few small touches that we need to add before it's complete and we can show you the end results. 2 years ago, I actually was walking down one of the beaches local to us in the Bega Valley, and I ended up collecting a bunch of seashells which were just everywhere. And now 2 years later, I'm finally bringing them to life, and the dream that I've had and inspired back then, I'm finally putting it into the bus. So today I'm using the seashells that I collected to fill out the gaps in the stairwell to look really beautiful and coastal, but also add a sweet little charm and decor on your way into the bus. It's incredible how little touches like these can make a home feel so special, so whimsical, and have so much more personality than what it otherwise would. So since the last time we picked up the camera, we added a couple of little things that have made a really big difference, including these hooks up here, which are going to store our rain jackets and bigger coats that we don't want littering the house. So that'll hang here when we're not driving, and then when we're driving we'll most likely put it up in the storage space or chuck it in the back, whatever. And the other thing we put up, we did a couple of weeks ago since it was getting really cold, and that was installing these curtains. So the curtains come across and hook on here, which was quite a mission to figure out how to do to begin with, but we've we found a way, and they work really well at keeping the heat trapped inside the house part. This front area has seriously been a grind. There was a lot more to do than we realized that needed to be done, but we're definitely glad that we got it done. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we ever would have gotten to it, or we wouldn't have for a very long time if it wasn't for this roadworthy. As with most things, there is always still room for improvement, but we have gotten it to a point where it's ready for a roadworthy, so let us give you a tour. And just like that, after working on nothing more except this front cockpit area for the last week, we are so excited to show you the end result. We are starting right here at the front with my favorite feature, the seashells on the stairwell, which on the other side we have that beautiful blackboard paint, and we've got our solar light, which hopefully should light up at nighttime, but hasn't been. As we walk further into the bus, we've used this beautiful recycled rubber flooring on the floor, which is serving not only an aesthetic purpose, but is also collecting and catching all the dirt, mess, wetness, and hair from the dogs and from our feet, so that all of it stays here and we can easily remove it and sweep it outside or use the vacuum. Around the bus we also have all this beautiful edging to cover up any ugly spots. We've used black paint in other areas as well, which again we're hoping to get people to sign our bus as they come and visit it, so we've got plenty of that happening around. Behind me is Sam's driving area where he's going to spend a lot of time, so we haven't done too much to it other than clean it up. We made a makeshift driving shaft boot, which has cleaned up that whole front area. We used some Velcro and carpet fabric just to hide away all the wires that were here at the beginning. Behind me, you can see our coats hanging up for when we're not driving, and we've got all our decor around. Of course, when we are driving on our road days, we will be taking it all down, and we have another spot where we can store it. So up above me we have some more storage, and we have a really fun idea for this area as well. If you heard what it is earlier in the video, make sure you comment it down below. I'm checking if you're listening. But I use this beautiful macrame fabric to create a bit of a net and to keep everything secure and safe in there, and some more of that black chalkboard paint to finish it off, because the color of the wood was a completely different color to the rest of our house. On the opposite side, we have where Sam's computer's going to be housed. We ended up having to cut into the wood up above there and fixing it up with some carpet and some Velcro to make sure that everything fits. But now that it's there, it looks so cool, and at nighttime when the curtains are drawn, it lights up the whole area purple, which is really cool. And the last part of our tour, which is something that we actually haven't shared with you guys because we ended up doing it before we had to start this whole area, is the passenger seat and also the computer area, which Sam is very excited for. So when we're driving, this is where I'm going to be sitting so that I can eat whatever snacks I have on hand and pass it right across to Sam, who's right beside me. But I don't think it's right for me to share anything else about this area because really this is Sam's domain. So come on babe, you get behind here.
Alright, so this is my space and I've been missing it for quite a while, so we ended up having a bit of an impromptu trip to Bunnings at like 6 o'clock at night, and I ended up building this desk in the middle of the night. Essentially all I've done is put on some brackets on here which actually fold away, and just bolting on a single leg to a piece of table. So the idea is that I can unscrew this leg off and the leg will go away, and then just unbolt this side, and then the brackets will actually fold away. So this is completely dismantleable. But this is my gaming setup. I'm a gamer and I also am a musician, so this will also be the space where I can practice and record music. This is how you make sure that when you move into a tiny space, you're still able to be true to yourself and your hobbies and the things you like to do. So while I'm here, I might subscribe to our channel because, you know, how many people that aren't subscribed?
Are you subscribed?
I'm subscribed.
Good. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching all the way through. We had a lot of fun constructing this front area. There's a few little things we're yet to do, like we want to put on a wooden table at the front, and we want to do the grouting, and like I said, a very special thing up the top for a little Miss Freya. But that's for another video. And with that, I guess we'll see you guys on the next one.